In the heart of a gritty urban neighborhood where shadows danced upon crumbling walls and distant sirens wailed through the night, lived Selena Carter, a steadfast mother who would do anything to protect her son, Jamal. Gang violence plagued their streets, and Selena was determined to shield her son from its cruel clutches. Jamal was a quiet teenager with dreams that far exceeded the limits of his surroundings. He had a natural talent for drawing and an unquenchable curiosity that set him apart. Selena knew that her son's potential was boundless, but the looming threat of gang violence cast a dark cloud over their lives. One fateful evening, Selena's worst fears were realized when she received a call that no parent should ever have to answer. Jamal had been caught in the crossfire of a senseless gang shooting, leaving him critically injured. As Selena rushed to the hospital, her heart heavy with grief, she clung to the desperate hope that somehow, some way, she could turn back time and save her beloved son. Tears streamed down her face as she sat by Jamal's bedside, watching the machines monitor his fragile existence. It was then that her thoughts turned to her grandfather's legendary possession, a mysterious pocket watch rumored to possess the power to manipulate time. As the only living relative who still remembered the stories, Selena was the keeper of this fabled heirloom. With trembling hands, Selena retrieved the aged pocket watch from a hidden compartment in her closet. Its ornate silver casing gleamed with an ethereal light, and its delicate ticking seemed to resonate with the very heartbeat of the universe. Selena's grandfather had always told her that the watch held the power to rewind time, allowing its possessor to revisit the past and make things right. Hesitating only for a moment, Selena pressed the button on the watch, and the world around her seemed to shift. Colors distorted, and the hospital room faded away, replaced by a scene from the morning of that dreadful day. Selena's heart raced as she realized that she had succeeded in activating the watch's power. Determined to change the course of fate, Selena embarked on a quest to prevent the events that led to Jamal's tragic injury. She retraced Jamal's steps that day, intercepting him before he could unknowingly step into the path of danger. She pleaded with him, tears in her eyes, to stay home, to break the cycle of events that would ultimately lead to his hospital bed. Despite her best efforts, Selena found that altering the past was no easy task. Time seemed to resist her, and her attempts to alter events often resulted in unintended consequences. The more she tried to change, the more the threads of reality seemed to fray, threatening to unravel the very fabric of existence. Each reset brought new challenges, each loop testing Selena's resolve and sanity. She relived that tragic day over and over, watching her son's future change in unpredictable ways. But no matter what she did, no matter how she tried to shield him, fate remained unyielding, refusing to be rewritten. As the loops continued, Selena's desperation deepened. She began to lose herself in the repeating nightmare, her mind becoming frayed and fragmented. The watch, once a beacon of hope, now seemed to mock her, its ticking a constant reminder of her failure to save Jamal. In one particularly harrowing iteration, Selena's actions inadvertently set off a chain reaction that engulfed her entire neighborhood in chaos. Buildings crumbled, fires raged, and the very sky seemed to weep in anguish. It was a dystopian nightmare, a manifestation of the darkness that had haunted her life. As Selena stood amidst the ruins, the truth finally struck her. The pocket watch was not a tool of salvation, it was a harbinger of destruction. Its power was a double-edged sword, capable of unraveling the very tapestry of reality. In her desperation to save her son, Selena had unwittingly become the architect of her own downfall. Broken and defeated, Selena returned to the hospital room, her last attempt at altering time having ended in catastrophe. She looked upon Jamal's still form, a silent testament to her futile struggle. It was then that a whisper of realization brushed against her mind. Maybe it was not the past that needed to change, but the future. With newfound determination, Selena set the pocket watch on the bedside table and turned her gaze to the window. Outside, the sun was setting, casting long shadows that stretched toward the horizon. She knew what she had to do. As the sky darkened and the stars began to twinkle, Selena whispered her farewell to Jamal. She closed her eyes and focused on a single fervent wish, a wish for her son's future, unburdened by the cycle of violence and tragedy that had haunted their lives. With a deep breath, Selena reached out and grasped the pocket watch one last time. Instead of rewinding time, she turned her gaze forward. embracing the unknown. The watch's ticking grew louder, filling the room with a symphony of possibilities. And then, with a final resolute flick of her thumb, Selena pressed the button. The world around her shifted once again, but this time it was not the past that changed, it was the future. As the years went by, the neighborhood began to change. Selena became a pillar of strength, working tirelessly to break the cycle of violence that had plagued their streets. She established community programs, mentored at-risk youth, and fought for a brighter future for all. And Jamal, against all odds, recovered and flourished. Guided by his mother's unwavering love and determination, he channeled his talents into art that captured the beauty and resilience of their community. His creations inspired others, uniting them in a shared vision of hope. In the end, Selena's sacrifice had not been in vain. She had not rewritten the past, but she had reshaped the future. Through her strength, her love, and her willingness to let go of the past, she had woven a new tapestry of life, one that defied the darkness that had once threatened to consume them. And as the stars shone brightly above, they seemed to whisper a silent tribute to a mother's unbreakable bond and the power of a love that transcends even time itself.